Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Tami from Nutmeg Notebook, and as you can see, I have special guests in the house with me today. We are super excited. I have Gustavo with me as well as my friend Shayda, and they have a new book. And we are super excited to be sharing it with you today. Live Your Healthiest Life. This is a fabulous book. I've had the pleasure of reading it and tasting some of the recipes as well, which is even more fun. And Shayda is going to be sharing one of the recipes with us today from the book.
Yes.
And let's talk a little bit about how did this little baby come about?
Yes.
Wow, this little baby. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having us on your show. It's an honor, it's a privilege. And one thing that Tami did not tell you guys, she also endorsed the book, which meant the world to me and to Gustavo. So thank you so much for doing that.
You're welcome.
But Gustavo and I have been working together for quite some time. We've done webinars together, we've done classes together, and I don't remember when it was when I said, hey, let's write a book.
Yes.
And then I procrastinated. And so, but my whole idea was, people always told me, hey, why don't you write a Persian cookbook, and tell your story, this and that. But I didn't want to write a book because we have a lot of books out there about females losing a lot of weight, but we don't have that many stories of men losing a lot of weight on a plant-based diet. So I thought, I'm from Iran, Gustavo's from Argentina. We both found our way through a plant-based diet to lose the weight, and I never gave up my favorite foods, and he never gave up his favorite foods. And so between the two of us, from generation to generation, we've got from our grandmothers, our moms, we have recipes that have been passed down to us, which I never wanted to give up, and I know you didn't.
No.
And so, we thought, hey, this could be a really unique book.
Yes.
And
yes.
it is, and I love it. And I was reading the transcript when I was flying to visit my parents. I could not stop reading it. I was so glad that I had a layover so that I could keep reading it. And it was wonderful how you've woven both of your stories along with the recipes and giving us a little bit of history about the recipes. It just makes it so much more meaningful, and it'll be so much more fun for everyone to try the recipes after having read the history behind it. It was your mom's recipe, it was your grandma's recipe, and how you did it. So you both did lose a significant amount of weight. Gustavo, how much weight did you lose?
Well, I lost 75 pounds, and then I gained 5. So about 70.
Yeah,
yes.
That's awesome. And how many years ago was that?
That was in 2013.
Okay. Oh,
wow.
Okay.
So that's
fantastic. And so here's the really amazing thing is that you've maintained your weight loss.
Yes,
right?
Yes. Weight loss, I always tell people, it's it never is a flat line.
No.
It just varies, like blood pressure or anything. And sometimes people weigh in the morning and they freak out because they see 1 pound. Well, it just I don't weigh every day, but it just what matters is the long run.
Absolutely.
The long term.
And before you had gone plant-based, did you try losing weight other ways?
Oh, I tried every possible way.
Yeah, me too.
The
have.
moon diet, the whatever, anything. But the same story. You lose some, and then you gain double or whatever.
But what I love is that our book is not a normal book. It is a totally different book, and I've tried some of Gustavo's food. It's phenomenal and it's delicious, and I know he's tried some of mine.
Oh, wow, yes.
And
we're trying some.
I think the lesson that we're trying to convey to everybody is you don't have to give up your favorite foods. You don't have to give up your culture. You don't have to do any of that. You do have to find a way to make it healthier.
Right.
But the taste is all there.
It is, because we're using the same flavorings.
Exactly.
We're using the same seasonings. We're, using some of the same methods.
Spices
that we
even.
use. The spices, yes. So Shayda, how much weight did you lose?
I've lost, well, I like Gustavo, I probably lost about 120, but I've probably gained about 5 or 7 pounds. So give and take, you know, it's right there.
Fantastic.
But I've kept it off, which I never thought I would be able to keep it off for the last almost 13 years. So it's, and that's the key.
That's amazing.
Because it is sustainable. This is the way that humans are supposed to eat, and it is sustainable. And you don't have to be a chef. I mean, we make simple but delicious food.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So is it easy for you living in Argentina now to eat plant-based?
No, it takes a little more work. Well, I live in a very small village up in the mountains, so we don't have, you know, these huge, you know, Whole Foods.
You don't have Trader Joe's?
No, no. But the good thing is that you have all these local markets with fresh produce that you almost have to buy every day because it doesn't, you know, they don't last. They're so fresh. So, you know, so I spend a little more time preparing food, but yes, I get the frozen veggies and fruits as well and things. But
you're making it work.
Oh yeah, I'm continuously learning. You know.
Absolutely.
Well, I think we're all learning on this journey.
And I'm learning to make it simpler because I'm getting busier and busier. Like I'm sure everybody here watching that you have a busy life, and so we want to make it easy and fun and delicious.
That's the key. That's the key.
Yeah. So we do have some comments going on, and I also want to say if you want to ask Gustavo or Shayda any questions, please put them in the chat and just preface them with 2 or 3 question marks and end with 2 or 3 question marks so they'll pop out. So we have Christine says, love all 3 of you so much. Thanks for all you do. Chef AJ says, how come everyone's dressed in black? Dr. Goldhammer coming. It was an accident.
It was an accident, seriously.
It was just an accident.
Oh, but that's pretty funny.
Our poor cameraman's like, oh my gosh, a whole black screen here. Deborah Chan says, nice to see you all. So thank you guys so much for joining us. And I want to tell you, you can get this book on Amazon. So order it today. You will not be disappointed. And this already smells amazing. So you want to tell us what we are going to be enjoying?
Sure. So today we're making it's a Persian potato salad, and it's called salade Olivier. And growing up, my mom used to make this all the time, and it was one of our favorites. And typically when she would make this, it had the potatoes, but it also had chicken, it had, it had chicken, it had mayo, it had all sorts of stuff that we're not gonna eat. So Mom and I got in the kitchen and we actually recreated this. And I'm just really excited because she helped me with this recipe. And it's kind of nice now that she's passed to like be making this and you know, remembering Mom and everything that we did to put this salad together. But it's a healthy, delicious potato salad, and it's easy to make. Yes, there's going to be chopping involved, and I can't help that.
That's right.
When you look at the book and you look at the ingredients, you know, you don't have to go half a cup of this and 3/4 that. Okay, so you get a little bit more of this and a little bit more of that. It's okay. Like, I think it just adds to it. And for the sauce, when Mom made it, she used a mustard sauce as well. But I went ahead and I made a mustard sauce, and the recipe is in the book. It's called Yummylicious Mustard Sauce. And so that's the mustard sauce that we're going to use to blend the whole thing together. And it's super easy.
Is this recipe in the book?
Yes, this recipe is in the book. Yes, absolutely. This recipe in this. Actually, it's on the picture is on the cover. If Gustavo, you want to show it, it's right there in the middle.
Oh yeah,
it's right there in the middle.
Yes.
Because with our potato salad, we don't just mix it and then put it in a bowl and take it somewhere or just eat it. We actually have a beautiful serving platter. We're going to put it there. We're going to, you know, put the mustard sauce again on top of it, and then we're going to do a nice design on top. And if that's the way we, you know,
you would do it in your Persian household.
Yes.
So let me ask you this. So you have a large Persian family. When you present your Persian dishes that you have modified to be plant-based, what do they think of them?
They absolutely love it. Okay, so one of the key tests that we did is my mom would invite her friends over that don't eat like us. Like they eat, you know, the standard American diet. So, And I made the quince stew, I made orma sabzi, I made, the saffron rice, but I didn't tell them that there's no meat in there. Now they know that we don't eat meat, but that's okay. So they couldn't believe how close to the original it was, because the meat is completely substituted by using portobello mushrooms. So you don't miss that.
That's right.
The only thing that I had everybody come inside the kitchen was when I wanted to do the tahdig, like take the rice out and get the tahdig out, because they could not believe that it was done oil-free.
So for those of our viewers who are not familiar
Okay.
with Persian cooking, what is tahdig?
So tahdig is the bottom of the rice. We call it the burnt rice. It's the crunchy rice, but literally it's at the bottom of the pan. And I remember my grandmother for Shabbat, she would have a pot like literally this big. And we're like, Grandma, we're not going to eat that much rice. She goes, I know, but you guys all fight over the tahdig. And that's what everybody fights over.
It's so good,
It's
you guys.
delicious.
But
Yes.
you guys have to remember
So good.
when
Yeah.
the original way of making tahdig, it uses like about a 1/4 inch thick of oil.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it is just dripping with oil. So in order to get that crunch, in order to get that thickness, but now we're making it oil-free. So that's why they were coming in the kitchen and they were
Yes.
literally, going at the bottom of the pan wanting to see that there's no oil. And they couldn't believe that it was crunchy.
And that is your premium recipe of all times. And that is in the bonus.
In the bonus. And if you
PDF.
guys want the bonus, then you're going to, I think, okay.
Yeah.
Buy
So,
the book.
yeah, when you guys buy the book, please make sure to send your receipt to
Why?
what is it?
L-Y.
No. You tell the bonus, the Gmail, or
Yeah,
Yahoo.
Yes.
Sorry.
The Gmail is Live Your Healthiest Life. It is LYHL bonus at yahoo.com. So when you send that to that email address, you'll get this PDF that has Shayda's and Gustavo's secret Persian and Argentine recipes, because these come at least, well, from you too, but from me, they're recipes from my grandmother and from my great-grandmother, so you won't find them anywhere really.
Yeah, so make sure, you're welcome to send me the receipt, and some of you have, but please make sure to send a recipe to the email that Gustavo just said, because that way they'll automatically go out. So
Right.
you will, that's the best way of doing it.
And then Gustavo, your mom is here with us
Yes,
today. I'm so
yes.
excited, you guys. Like, I have plant-based royalty in the house with me today.
No, we're in the royalty's house.
Yeah.
So when you serve your mama, what do you call her? Do you call her mama?
Oh, no,
What do you
mommy.
call- Mommy?
Mommy.
When you serve your mommy, your plant-based versions of things that she used to make,
Yes.
what does she think of them?
Oh, she loved them, and she's actually recreated most of the recipes because.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you come over and say hi?
Yeah, bring Mom.
Yes.
Say hi.
Yeah, this is my mother Raquel.
It's Mom to you.
Yes. Look how young she is, you guys.
Like,
Aw.
Hello.
We're so
So-
happy
Yes,
that you could be
I'm
here.
very happy to be here. It's incredible.
And you must be so proud of
yes.
Gustavo.
Yes.
Yes.
well, it's dedicated to her
That's
and
fabulous.
her mom and my
He
dad.
dreamed with this book.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We both did.
we both did.
Yeah. Well, it's so wonderful that
I
you
just
could
needed a
come
fire.
and join us and be a part of it and see what wonderful work your son has done.
Okay.
Yeah, he's making a really big difference in the plant-based community. So
Okay.
we love him.
Okay. Very good. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
That was fun. Okay, Stephanie says, are the recipes mostly Persian and or Argentinian inspired?
I think they're both.
In the book,
I mean, we've got everything.
Well, in Argentina is a country that is Italy in South America. Okay, it's because it's full of Italians and Spanish from Spain, and so a lot of the food in Argentina is Italian based and Spaniard and German. So in here you're going to have Argentine, Italian, Spanish, and some German influence. And then U.S. because I lived almost my life in the U.S. and so have some kind of US inspired
Yeah.
meals, and you have Mexican as
I
well.
have Mexican, I have...
So it's truly an
It's
international
an international book, and especially like I have a whole section for Persian recipes. I have a whole section for holiday recipes. There's just a mixture of everything. And at the beginning of the book, when we're telling our stories, there's recipes within those stories, and there's a significant reason for that, because it might have been his mom's favorite recipe growing up, or his grandmother's. Mine, I have my grandfather's favorite that I converted, or my mom's, or my childhood. So it's really kind of it's not your. I don't think it's
your typical.
It's not your typical cookbook. It
No.
really isn't. There is a lot of influence in the book, and the recipes, I should say.
So there was a question, I don't know who asked it because it scrolled, but are the recipes relatively easy to make, would you say?
I think the majority are easy to make. I would say this, some of them might be a little bit more, but here's the thing, guys, especially with the Persian recipes, I say read the recipe 2 or 3 times. Don't just read it and try to make it. Really read it a few times to try to absorb it and understand what we're saying to do. So, I think for the most part, they're pretty easy.
There are some elaborate recipes because we wanted everybody to have a chance to, like if you have a special occasion,
Yeah,
or if you go to a
absolutely.
potluck and you want to take something more elaborate than just, rice and beans or something like that, which is perfectly fine for me.
Well, but
so I have a few, 2 or 3 recipes that are like locro, that is a very typical stew in Argentina, that it's more elaborate. So I think you have a good balance of simple and a little more.
So let me ask you, Tami. So this morning we made the quince stew. So what did you think as far as was it hard? Was it easy?
Very easy.
Okay.
Very easy. So I would say that that a lot of the Persian recipes take a little bit longer to cook.
Absolutely.
So they don't,
Absolutely.
not necessarily the prep is the same, because I would chop up all this stuff too, or the things that went in the stew. But the stew simmers for 2 hours, was it?
3 hours.
3 hours. So the stew is simmering for 3 hours. That's why it has such incredible flavor. So at the front end, you're going to chop and put everything together, and but then we just would go over and stir it like every 20-30 minutes, give it a little stir. But that's what gives the recipes incredible flavor. And I've been had the honor of eating Shayda's food a number of times, and it's always absolutely amazing. So I'm really tickled to be able to have this collection of recipes so that I can recreate these, because unfortunately she won't move closer to me, and so I don't get to enjoy her food as often. There is a question: are the recipes SOS free? Which stands for salt, oil, and sugar.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Mine are all. Yours too.
Yes, and yours too. And so, of course, if you like a little bit of salt, you can always add some salt to it as well. So that's entirely up to you. Okay, well, maybe we should get started.
Yes,
because
yes.
I'm like sitting here.
You're both kind of like overlooking
Okay.
this.
It smells so good.
All right, so we are going to make the salad olivier, or the Persian potato salad. What we've gone ahead and done ahead of time is we took the Yukon potatoes, we put those in the Instant Pot, and we cooked them, right? Peeled them, and then I put them in the bowl, and I've chopped them. So to this recipe, we are going to add chopped celery.
Chopped celery. And sometimes people ask me, not everybody has an Instant Pot, so they don't have to have a pressure cooker.
No.
You can cook them, steamed.
You
or
can steam
boiled,
these on
whatever.
the stove. You can boil them on the stove top. It's pretty easy. Then we have green peas.
Green peas.
Yeah.
Look at the color of that with the
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you start.
start stirring.
We're gonna add grated carrots.
So is this served cold, room temperature?
It's cold. This is served cold, and then what you're gonna do.
Closer, maybe.
There we
go.
go.
Now
There
we
we go.
can
We're
see
trying
it.
to get it into the camera, guys.
Here we go.
So yes, this is served cold, and by the time you
Beautiful.
service, it's colorful. Now, we are adding olives to this, and there's a reason there's olives in here. My mother said that there has to be olives in this salad olivia, because that's how she made it. And I said, but Mom, it's salty. She goes, I don't care. You put the olives in there. So there is green olives in here.
Okay, so these don't look like regular green olives that I find in my grocery store. Were these special?
No, they're not
Sometimes
special.
No.
No, they're just
Okay.
They're just the regular green olives. And I did rinse it. So
Because they have a little bit of sodium.
yeah,
Right.
And if you don't want them, you could leave them out.
you could leave them out. Could you hand me the pickles? So we are adding pickles.
Nice.
Yes.
A lot of different flavors
A
going on
lot.
in here. Tangy.
Oh yeah, and
Sweet with the carrots and the peas.
favorite dill, fresh
Dill.
Yes.
dill.
Well, you use a lot of fresh herbs.
Well,
in,
in
Persian.
Persian.
yeah, in Iran we eat a lot of fresh herbs, and a lot of times during lunch there's always a plate, like literally a big plate of fresh herbs, and it's got dill, it's got parsley, cilantro, fresh mint, basil, you name it, it's on the table, and you're just eating it raw. So yeah, I grew up with a lot of the green onions.
Green onions. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
And so are you saving this for
That's for decoration.
Okay.
We're gonna
What do we have
add,
here?
huh?
What do we have here?
Oh, so we're gonna add so I have stopped using regular black pepper because I've really, really enjoyed black seed cumin.
Oh.
And I've been adding that to everything. And it's got a lot of health benefits.
Okay.
And to me,
wow.
it does have a kind of a similar flavor to it as black pepper.
So that's what I use.
Yeah, I love
so
that.
Cumin, but you said black seed, right?
Black seed cumin, right.
Okay.
And when you buy them,
I've seen it, but I
you
don't-
want to grind it. Make sure you grind it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just put it in your pepper mill.
Right.
If you
right.
want.
Oh,
So
I-
doesn't this look beautiful? Look at the
It
colors
smells
in
incredible.
here.
Can you smell this?
Yeah. Yeah.
That dill.
Keep mixing, baby. Keep
Okay,
mixing.
okay, yes,
Keep
ma'am,
mixing.
yes, ma'am.
Now to this,
I will work for food.
Yeah,
I will
yes.
work for food.
so to this, we are going to add pickled jalapenos. And I'm going to add a little bit of the juice to it as well.
And if you wanted to get rid of a little bit of the sodium, you can rinse these. You can soak them overnight in some water, and that'll help leach out some of the sodium if that is an issue for you.
Listen, most of these recipes, you guys can you can adjust it. You can adjust it to your preference.
Right.
It's not mandatory. It's not.
Do you eat this like on a bed of leaves or just like
Okay,
this?
so
or how?
well, no, you could eat it just with a fork,
Right.
which we
Well, yeah,
have,
of course, yeah.
but we use lavash bread.
Oh.
So,
Sure.
so mom would go buy the lavash bread, and we would, roll it up as in the
Yeah.
lavash bread, and we'd roll it up, and we would just,
But you could do like lettuce wraps and
you could
stuff.
do absolutely. I
Well,
know
the collard
The
wraps
collard
that
wraps.
we had at lunch. You could totally do
I'm
that.
just
Absolutely.
I'm programmed to add greens to everything,
Everything,
that I
yes.
eat because well
This looks
anyway.
amazing. Okay.
Okay, now
but we're not done.
we're not done.
No.
No, we're not
And
done.
that's not it.
No.
Tom, will you give us a spatula from the container there so we can get all of the mustard sauce out because
We're not going to use all
You
the
don't-
mustard sauce.
we're not using all of it.
Nope.
Oh.
Ah.
And all of this setup, you guys, it's thanks to this wonderful.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah,
Tammy and Tom, for doing all this. It's really a lot of fun to be on your show.
It's really fun to have you guys
Okay,
here.
so we're
and do
gonna
this.
take the mustard sauce. You're
Okay.
gonna add a little bit at a time.
Okay. Looks amazing.
Oops, I got
It's okay.
messy.
It's all
She'll
right.
never invite me back again because I spilled.
No, she does dishes, so she can come back.
So I can come back. So then now you're just gonna
Oh,
mix
yeah.
this.
Beautiful.
Oh yes.
So
Look,
we're gonna see how much more mustard sauce we
Yeah.
need.
Okay.
I always.
But I like a lot
And you're
of
like
mustard
a
sauce.
mustard fiend, right? You like mustard
Oh
is
my
your
God.
thing.
Did I ever tell you the story of what my grandmother did to me?
No.
So in Iran, when they sold the mustards, they sold them in big tubs like this, right? And I used to come home from school and I would just take mustard and put it on the lavash bread and I would just eat it, or I'd just go in with a spoonful.
Oh my goodness.
But I had bronchitis and it wasn't good for me. So Grandma thought, okay, this is what we're going to do to teach her a lesson. They went and bought spicy mustard and they hid it down in the basement, and I don't know, I found the key. Went down to the basement, took my spoon. Oh yeah, took my spoon, and I started eating the spice, and I liked the spicy mustard.
no.
My face was all burned around my lips, and they find me downstairs, and I'm just like, look, like a deer in headlights, going, I like it, But to this day, mustard is still my favorite condiment.
It is.
I love mustard as well, but I don't think I love it as much as you do.
I have a bad obsession with mustard. Okay, Tami June, let's put some more in here because this needs to be creamier.
Creamier.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to get it really creamy.
That it always amazes me how colorful our food is.
Okay, I think
Is that it?
No, just put a little bit more.
A little bit more.
A little bit more because we're going to save some to put on top.
Okay.
See how it's all coming together now?
Yeah. Well, one of the things I love is your presentation of your food. It's always so beautifully plated. And I think that makes a really big difference, especially, when we're entertaining, right?
It does.
They say we eat with our eyes.
I think food tastes better when it is presented. I really do.
I do too. I don't want to eat ugly food.
No.
Right?
No.
And I have to tell you that one of the best combinations is potatoes and green peas. I don't know why, but that combination goes so well.
I love it too.
Gustavo, can you hand me that
Hey,
platter?
Look at this
and then
nice platter.
And look, it's got pomegranates on it because we all know how much I love pomegranates. Okay, so we're going
But
to
I
take.
had this before I even knew Shayda.
So hold on to that. Okay, we're going to put that in here.
You all don't know what this
Okay,
smells
so
like.
bring it over.
So guess what we get to eat tonight? Yay!
Yes. Oh, yeah. And now the decoration part is
Want to turn
the
it?
fun part.
Yes,
I don't want to spill it.
absolutely. And I love how you put it on a platter because, like Americans, for our traditional American potato salad, we put it in a big
bowl. Right.
And you don't get to see how beautiful it is. And I love that you put so many different things on platters. I think it just makes for a gorgeous presentation.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so then
And we're gonna shape it.
we're going to
like
shape
an
it.
oval.
Wow.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I can't read the comments, but I see that
Okay,
they're
I'll check
writing.
them.
Okay, we'll
I
have
What
see.
people are saying. Okay.
There's some questions about the email address. Again, there's questions on what page is the recipe, and people aren't finding the page.
Just ordered from Amazon. What do I send to the Yahoo email address for the additional PDF? Just a screenshot?
Just a
of the
screenshot,
order?
yeah.
Okay, perfect.
What anything they get as a proof of purchase and the address is LYHL. That is for Live Your Healthiest Life. So
Check my post to make sure I got it right.
LYHL bonus all together at yahoo.com.
Yeah, Tom has it in the show notes, you guys, so check that out, and you can use that. And
It's
then
in the chat. I'm putting it
in the chat.
And,
And Justina wants to know what page in the book is this potato salad
Go to the
recipe
Persian
on?
recipe. Oh, right here. 121.
it's page 121.
And tell us what it's called again, Shayda.
Salad Olivier.
Salad
This is what I
Olivier.
told Tami. I said, remember, what did I say? Sir Lawrence? No, Olivier.
Yeah.
Just remember that. I just call salad Olivier.
And is Olivier for the olives? No.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Conrad says black cumin seeds are also called Nigella
Yeah.
sativa.
Yep,
And
he's
that
right.
is what, I think when you go to purchase them, that is what you will find.
So you guys, I took a little bit of the mustard and I poured it on top because we can never get enough mustard, right?
And the mustard is here, right?
The mustard's in the book.
It's on page 54, 54. Yummy, delicious mustard sauce.
And you want, after you've made it, you want to, put this in the refrigerator for about an hour or so. So you want to kind of make it into a mound,
Yeah. And she's using an offset spatula, which makes it really easy to spread when you have
Yeah.
a surface area like this. Somebody wanted to know where to get a big mixing bowl like that. I think that I actually bought that like at Marshall's or TJ Maxx. I'll look on the bottom of it and see if it
You
has.
just have to go shopping.
You just go shopping.
Shop around. And
So you guys are going to laugh. I'm at Tammy's house this weekend, and I'm like, Tammy, where'd you get this? Tammy, where'd you get that? Tammy, where'd you get this? I want all her kitchen stuff because she's got some great
Yeah.
stuff.
It was made in Portugal.
oh,
Made in
wow.
Portugal.
Okay, so
But Crate and Barrel, any place will have large bowls like that.
so this is ready now. Now, what I decided to do is I've taken a red bell pepper and an orange bell pepper, and the design that I did on the cover of the book is a little bit different, but you can really do any design that you want.
Get creative.
Get creative,
Yes,
and I've
yes.
got some peas here, and I'm gonna
And
make.
those eyes?
Well, no, I'm not gonna make an eye. I'm just gonna make a little.
I thought maybe you're gonna make flowers.
I am gonna make flowers.
Ah, she's gonna make flowers.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just gonna,
Cute.
and then we're just gonna take these and go like this.
Pretty.
And any Persian that makes salad olivier, they're gonna have some kind of design on top of it.
Right.
And you do this a lot on desserts and things too, with using nuts and that kind of thing.
I want the food to be pretty.
And these are raw because.
Yeah, nothing is cooked.
Right.
Well, the potatoes are
Yeah.
cooked.
No, I mean the
The
peppers
bell
are raw.
peppers,
Yeah,
the bell
they're raw.
peppers are completely raw.
Right. Very nice. I don't know if people can, if any store sells olives with no salt, but that could be something that.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But my mother was adamant about the olives because I did not want to put the olives in here. And she's like,
No,
no.
it had to have them.
That
Yeah.
is
You need that.
non-negotiable.
Well, I guess what? I've learned in my life, you don't argue with
No,
mom
you
That's
don't.
right.
because I'm not going to win. That's okay.
And she was right. It's going to be delicious with the olives. So
And it's going
she
to be
was right.
delicious.
And there were so few. I mean, what?
Right. Across
really-
multiple servings
yeah.
for this.
But again, if somebody really doesn't want it, they could leave it out.
Right.
Right.
I know that one just doesn't
That
want
one
to.
wants to keep popping up.
I know, I keep.
I got it.
You got it down?
Yep, I think
Thank
so.
you. Okay, so that's one flower. And then we're going to do another one over
An
here.
orange flower. You know, and the other day you mentioned something that I learned not long ago, that I thought that red bell peppers were a different plant.
No!
And it's just that they're ripe, you know, and so,
Yes.
and orange. And
But-
so that's,
But I learned that when I went to not True North, I'm sorry, to the place in San Diego where I stayed, and they had a farm out there, and I
Yeah,
went out
you
there
saw them.
and I watched it, and I'm like, oh my God, it's going from green to yellow to orange, and then every day I would go check until it finally got right. And I'm like, ah,
that's it. Well, sometimes you get a green pepper that is kind of yellow, you know, on the side
yes,
or the
absolutely.
and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the colored ones, because they're more ripe, they have better flavor. They're a little more sweet.
And they take longer, and so they're more expensive.
yes,
they
they're more
have to,
expensive as
you know.
well.
and that's why you can find the green ones so cheap.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Costco, if you have a Costco has a bag of 6 bell peppers, all different colors, no green, just yellow, orange, and red, and they're organic. And that's where we got these
That's
yesterday.
right.
Oh, this is so pretty.
Well, it's a shame to even cut it or to eat it. This is just. But we will. But we will eat it.
Yeah, we'll sacrifice.
Unfortunately, we will.
Somebody's got to do it, so might
That's
as
right.
well.
Might as well be us.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
And so, I mean, you could take the rest of the peas and go all the way around,
Yeah.
but generally, I mean, Tom, is this, yeah? What? Wait, whoa, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could do any design that you want, but again, you really should do some kind of design because it's, you know.
Well, like
Kathy says, thanks for the info on the color change with bell peppers. I had no idea.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Well, I wanted to plant peppers last year, and I thought that there were different seeds for different colors. And it's just one.
all the
It's just
same.
one. Yeah.
That's
all the
gorgeous.
same.
Very good.
Okay, so
Wonderful.
it's gorgeous. What would you serve along with this?
So this would be like if you're having cold cuts. I'm not cold cuts, but like you're not having a hot stew and hot rice. It's just like finger foods and sandwiches and stuff. That's what that would go with.
Okay.
So yeah, so you would serve it with lavash, or you could wrap it in the collard greens. You could put it inside like romaine lettuce.
Yeah.
And you can actually take your romaine, like if you're having a party, take the romaine lettuce, stuff it in there, and make it like a little tray, like with endive.
Yeah.
Like
It'd
endive.
be beautiful with endive. wouldn't
Endive would be gorgeous to
Yeah.
do this with. So there's plenty.
And could you make? I mean, maybe I'm getting too elaborate, but a little with tomatoes, like individual
You
bowls.
can absolutely
and
do that.
Stuff them
The
there.
possibilities.
That would be
It's
fun
all-
too.
Possibilities. Look, I think, and I think both of you agree with me, that recipes are just a roadmap for
Yes.
everyone, and you take it from there, and you adapt it to what you like and the spices you like. But don't be afraid to get in the kitchen and try something new.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why not? And this is a perfect spring and summer recipe. We
Absolutely.
have Mother's Day and Father's Day and Memorial Day coming up, and then we'll have July 4th. And what a wonderful dish to be able to make for all of those get-togethers. People are saying gorgeous. J No 99 says sold. I love that. Great. Martiza says beautiful to serve for company.
Absolutely.
And Jessie says this looks absolutely delicious. Yes, it does.
And it's healthy. It's really refreshing. It's not hard. And I think you take this to any potluck. You have it for any picnic.
love it.
I mean, people
Yeah.
would love this. So, yeah, I'm excited to see. What I'm really excited, and I'm sure you are too, is to see people making the recipes out of our
Yeah.
book and posting it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really excited to see. And honestly, if you guys have questions about a certain recipe, don't hesitate to contact either one of us.
No.
I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys and answer any questions that you may have.
And you've been making some of your recipes this week on your YouTube channel.
I have.
The recipes that are in the book, so people can kind of see how they go together and get ideas of what they might want to try
Should we
first.
Should we tell them what we're doing tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tami's gracious enough to host us here tomorrow night. So I am making a Persian spread. I'm going to be making the quince stew. I'm going to be making the saffron rice. I'm also going to be making another rice from that saffron rice with barberries and pistachios and almonds. And we're also going to have the tahdig. So I think we should take a picture of all that and maybe
We will.
maybe do a little live and show it to everybody.
Absolutely.
But I'm just having a ball like cooking here, and I love this kitchen. I love
Yes,
being here with
yes.
Tom and Tami,
Thank
and
you.
so it's just been wonderful.
And then
Been wonderful.
on Sunday, I am on Chef AJ's live,
Yeah.
and I'll be making 2 recipes there.
From the book, yeah.
Yeah.
And
then-
then Shayda, you'll be on.
What time
Chef
are you going to
AJ.
be on at Chef AJ?
10 a.m. on Sunday.
10 a.m. Pacific time
Pacific,
on
yeah.
Sunday on Chef AJ's YouTube channel, and I will be on Chef AJ's YouTube channel Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So
From my
please,
kitchen.
right from Tammy's kitchen. So please make sure to join us because I will be making another Persian dish on Chef AJ's show. So I really hope that you guys will join us.
We might
But
do an impromptu tomorrow night.
what?
An impromptu
Yeah.
tomorrow night.
Maybe we'll do some impromptus.
We might, yeah. I think maybe Gustavo might play the piano for us.
Yay!
Yes, and my mother is a concert pianist too, so
She is?
we
Oh.
we can play forehand.
Woo!
pieces.
Duets.
Yeah, duets.
Oh my God,
Oh.
now that's a treat.
That's a very
That's a
big
treat.
treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
very
that'll be
exciting.
fun.
So
Yeah, that'll
tell
be
them
great.
about your, because in the book we also have strategies.
Right.
I mean, it's not just a.
No. That's. I just think that we do have a very unusual
Yeah.
book with. It's a storybook with recipes inserted in the middle, and then we both came. This is a what do you call it? A trip, I guess. This is a process, and throughout the years, you have come up with your own strategies, and I have, and some of them overlap.
A lot of them overlap.
A lot of them, and but we share those with you because some of them or all of them might work for you. But it's been a fun journey trying to know yourself and to find out what works. Running little experiments like Dr. Doug Lyle talks about.
What kind of experiments? I'm curious now.
Yeah, well, I would have to think. You just experiment on different foods or strategies. Like, I started experimenting on doing the 14 to 16 hour fast that you do mostly when you're sleeping. Things like that. Or before you eat your main starchy meal, have a nice bowl of soup that has all non-starchy veggies so that you're filling up your stomach with basically 0 calories, but a lot of good nutrition, and then that can help with losing weight. Different things that
that's a great tip. So it's travel season coming up for a lot of people.
Right.
You just traveled to California from Argentina.
Yes.
How do you handle eating plant-based when you're traveling like that?
Well, it isn't easy, I have to say. You have to. It's not difficult, but there is planning and preparation. You have to be prepared. You have to cook some stuff that you know. A lot of people don't know that they can take food on the plane.
You're right.
You can take
very
a
true.
full meal or meals as long as there's not liquid. So you just, I take baked sweet potatoes, something like this, potato salad, then fruit or a fruit salad, just be prepared. And sometimes you're forced to do a fast. Because,
That's what I typically do.
I did, because in these flights, 2 out of the 3 were late, and so we were running through the airports, no time to grab anything. So.
And hunger is not an emergency.
No,
right?
it's not.
We can go for a few hours
We
without
can.
eating.
Yes,
And,
you might get grouchy, but but you're not going to.
But it's very doable, and
It's very doable.
And you booked an Airbnb for
That's right.
your stay here.
Whenever I travel, I do that. That's another strategy. I don't usually go to hotels because I want to have access to a kitchen.
And one of the first places you went to was Whole Foods.
Yes, and when I arrive somewhere, I go to a place to buy fresh
Right,
stuff.
absolutely.
yeah.
And what about you? What's your strategy when you're traveling? Because you travel quite a bit.
I fast. I've learned to fast.
That's good, yeah.
At the beginning when I first started this way of eating, I still do. I have a big backpack like this, and I will take so much food with me.
Yeah.
And then that just got lesser, and now I just fast because it's easier. Like, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to do anything. I can just, it's a lot easier for me. And JP taught me that it's okay to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yes.
And that's,
And I love that.
but now I'm completely okay with it. So I will fast now. I'm completely okay with doing that. And as you guys saw, I was adding, because I can't, stand here and do nothing, right? So we had some green peas, and I decided to put the green peas around here.
That's nice.
that.
Yes.
And just add a little bit more design to it. But I've got my top 10 strategies in the book, what worked for me, and Gustavo has his top 10, I think, in the book as well. So there's a lot of good information in the
There
book.
is. It's part memoirs.
Yeah.
It's
that's
part
right.
your weight loss journey. It's tips on how to be successful, and then all of the amazing recipes. So there's something in it for everyone, I think, and
Yeah.
it's great. You guys did a wonderful job.
Thank
and
you.
I'm so excited to be able to make these
And
recipes.
yes, and it is important that everybody knows that they can contact us for any questions.
Yeah.
The email that goes out to you with the PDF, with the bonus, has Shayda's email and mine, and so you can...
You did put the
ask her.
fake one, right?
Right, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to tell them about your YouTube channel? So
Yes, sure.
they can, so
Yeah.
if they want to follow you.
Please do. Yes, I do a lot of free cooking demos and interviews with doctors and chefs. So it's called Plant-Powered-Pianist, and that is plant, P-L-A-N-T, and then E-M-U-S. And there's a reason why it's plant and then music combined. Because I used some of my YouTube videos combine music, so I cook something and then I do a mini concert for you. So that's why it's called Plant-Powered-Pianist. In Latin, the E is and, so it's plant and music. So
Love that.
plant,
That's pretty cool.
Plant-E-M-U-S. That's my YouTube channel. It's also under my name, Gustavo Tolosa. So you're invited to come and look around. You can see the whole history since I started being plant-based, because I started it in 2013.
Oh,
That's
so a year
amazing.
after me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
That's
you
awesome.
go.
And Shayda, how can people follow you or get in contact with you as well?
Oh, thank
And
you.
follow you.
I have a YouTube channel called Healthy Cooking with Shayda. So my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and my Instagram page is all called Healthy Cooking with Shayda. You can follow me there. My website is also Healthy Cooking with Shayda, and I have a lot of recipes on the website.
A lot.
A lot.
I upload the recipes.
And he's going, "You're killing me with these recipes." And I'm like, "Well, you need to go make it."
And you're also on Instagram.
I'm also on Instagram, so please do follow me on Healthy Cooking with Shayda, the YouTube channel. We're trying to grow that as much as possible and reach many people. And I love hearing back from you guys. A lot of you do send me messages, and I just love it. So thank you so much.
And how many recipes are in the book? Do you know?
About 135 or 140.
Wow.
And we had to cut it back. There
Yes,
was more.
yes.
There was more recipes, but Glenn kind of cut us off. Glenn said, "That's it, no more."
Yeah.
But they're going to get some in the bonus.
They're
Yeah.
going to get some in the bonus, and who knows, maybe another, yeah.
Yeah, so let's hold up the book again and show everybody. And you can get this on Amazon right now. And it's like the top vegan cookbook right now.
It says the bestseller.
Yeah, right there.
and
Tom just
yeah.
showed it.
Ah.
So
Yeah, thank you, Tom.
I'm sorry, yeah.
there we go. And then you're going to want to save your Amazon receipt, and you're going to want to email that. Again, Gustavo, that email that they're gonna-
LYHL bonus at
Yahoo.
yahoo.com.
And if I could ask one favor from all of you guys, when you guys get your book, if you could go, after you've read it and after you've looked at the book, if you could go on Amazon and give us a review, hopefully a 5-star review, we would really appreciate it, because we love seeing all those reviews. So if you guys could do that, that would mean the world to us.
Absolutely. And if you are in the Sacramento area and you're going to be around on Sunday, go to meetup.com to Chef AJ's Healthy Living in Lincoln site. That's the name of her meetup group. And you can find out about a potluck that we're having here locally that is open to the public, and these two wonderful people, Gustavo and Shayda, will be there. And if you want to buy a copy of the book that day, you can do so, and they would be happy to sign it for you
Absolutely.
as well.
Yes, they
And
would.
so this could be an amazing Mother's Day gift, Father's Day gift, anything that you have coming up where you need a wonderful gift. This would be it. And let's see.
Marquisa has a question.
Martiza says, I couldn't find the recipes demos on Plant-Powered-Pianist. Is there an archive area for your recipe demos?
But that is on YouTube, right?
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. It may be easier to just type my name, Gustavo Tolosa, Tolosa. but make sure that it's spelled. If you go with Plantamus, make sure you spell it Plantemus. There is a what do you call it when you group them? There is a playlist with recipes there, and otherwise you just have to kind of scroll down. But there are many recipes.
Okay, great. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming and sharing all of this with our audience here today. I'm wishing you much success.
Well, thank you.
But really, thank you for having us on your show,
amazing.
for having us at your home,
Of course.
for opening your hearts and arms. And
of course, we're
thank
so
you.
happy. We're so proud of you both, and we're very honored that we could be a part of the book launch as well. So I'm Tami.
I'm Shayda.
I'm Gustavo.
And we help you get healthy and stay healthy, one recipe at a time. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Give us a thumbs up and share this video on Facebook in your Facebook groups. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.